Welcome back to another beginner's guide episode. Last episode we worked on the storage system there. Now we need to figure out how to get a truck route going there. So what I did between last episode and this episode is I actually connected the coal up into here. So I used two normal nodes down there, double overclock, so we have 480 per minute coming in. That's probably a lot more than I need, but it's here in case we need it. And I do have a truck ready to go. I'm going to color this one black and red so we know it's the coal truck. I wonder if I can actually name this one. So if you open the record menu, that's how you start recording. That's the Q button. But, okay, no paths. Doesn't look like you can actually name the truck, which is, well, this is a tractor, I guess, but yeah, there should be a way to actually name this, but apparently not. But anyways, yeah, we have a truck ready. I can show you how to set up a automatic truck route. And I have a road ready. So you kind of need to pre-plan this before you actually start doing this. So I'm out here. What I want to do is I want to go from fuel delivery station number 1 down to, what is it? It's going to be fueling station. So we're going from here down this road. We're going to go around the outside and go to the fueling station. Then we have to come back up to here. So basically this truck's only purpose is to deliver fuel. That's all it does. That's all we care about. Because this is going to be the truck that delivers fuel for every other truck that drops off at the storage system. That's all this truck will do. It'll be good. So let's get started. So we got to make sure we have some fuel. And then that's in the crafting bench here. This can hold so many items. And then we got to drive the truck. So we don't want to do anything yet, but if you drive like you run, that's how you do it. And then you open the record menu. And we have a bunch of options here. It looks strange. But the only thing we care about right now is we're going to hit start recording. So now we can start driving like normal. And we want to be careful because we want to turn. And we want the truck to know that we can turn. We're going to load cargo. And this will automatically refuel itself. So as you're turning, especially around tight corners, you want to go slow. So I'm going slow to give this as many points as I possibly can, so that it'll know how to do this. So now, when you go down hills like this, you want to take it nice and easy. Because if you fly off the edge, the truck will do the same exact thing. So now that we're pretty good, we can speed up a bit. So the truck will speed up. It will follow exactly what you do. Almost perfectly. If you fly off a cliff, it will fly off a cliff. It doesn't care what you're doing. It'll do the same thing you just did. So keep that in mind. So if your truck spins out, the truck will spin out. So, gotta be careful how you drive. And so we're gonna go down this road here. And I set up arrows so I don't lose myself. But since we are actually the fuel truck, we're gonna go around the edge. I can speed up here. No issues. Now we'll slow down as we approach the corner, because we don't want to drive ourselves off the edge. That would be the worst thing we could do right now. Now we can speed up going down the straightaway. And then as we approach the corner, slow down. Now we can turn. And then we have a little diagonal piece here. Now we can approach this. And this is actually supposed to be unload, but it'll be fine. So we'll let this do its thing. And then we can take off again. This is going to be the hardest part for this truck. It is a very narrow drive. So we want to get as many points in here as we can. There we go. That should be okay. So the truck should be able to make it through this. So when you're in very tight areas, you want to slow down. And then we'll have to come this way. And this is going to be a hard area as well, because we have to do that little bump. And then we have a bunch of tight turns. If you go too fast, you might screw up your truck. The straightaways are completely fine to go fast. The turns, not so much. So, hopefully this is helping you. You can learn what to do when you're setting up your trucks. And then you want to make sure you're not on the same track as anything else, because your trucks will collide, they will hit each other. You can have trucks on the same route as long as they're going the same direction. Does that make sense? And they can cross each other, it'll be fine. But don't have opposite traffic. So now, our path recording is complete. We open the record menu, and we can save this path. And we'll just call this the fuel route. Then you hit save. So now we have the fuel route, and it'll tell you how long it is. So 2,163 meters. That's quite a long trip. And then fuel per trip is 22 coal, so it burns through quite a bit of fuel. You can also see all your vehicle paths, but this is the only one we care about. We're going to select this route, we're going to load it, and then we can enable autopilot, and as soon as we get out of the truck, it will be active. But there's one thing we want to do first, and that is hide path nodes, because those are really annoying to see all the time. So you should see that it drops some stuff off, and we are refueled. So now the truck will be driving its route. We'll jump on top of it so we can see it's actually working here. And then we'll also see that, so yeah, we're taking this turn really slow, so it's taking its turn really slow. That's why you want to take corners really slow. Otherwise you get too many, your points are too far from each other and it might turn too soon. So you just want to ensure that you're not going too fast. So you see how I slowed down over that bump, so the truck wouldn't fly off. That's exactly why. And so now we just ride the truck until we reach our destination. And then I want to jump ahead of it when we get close. Let's see how it handles this right here. So it's taking it slow. That's perfect. That's excellent. Well done. So now it should turn off this way. We didn't clip that, so that's good. So we'll let that drive. What I need to do is I actually need to set this to unload before we continue. So that'll be unload. Now we can see the truck coming. We can hop on it again. Yep, the truck is coming just fine. Let's see if I can hop on it. Nope, I missed. There we go. Now we're on the tractor. I keep calling it a truck, it's a tractor. The truck is a lot bigger. The truck wouldn't fit down that little narrow path there. Yeah, I'll show you how much bigger that thing is. Look at how huge it is compared to what I'm driving. It doesn't fit down that path, that's why I didn't use it. But you can if you want to. So now what should be happening is this will come grab from the tractor, sorry. And we should see coal now going to here. So this will be fuel for any new truck that comes in. That's exactly what this truck route is supposed to do. And then we will hop back on it. And let's see how well it handles this. Flawlessly. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So it comes down this little route here, no problem. And then we have one little question mark over here. We'll see how it handled this. We're not crossing the line, so we're good. We bump up there just fine. Now how about here? Okay, we're good here. And yeah. The truck did that flawlessly. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how the little tractor did. So, now we know this is basically good to go. So this will keep doing the loop over and over and over again. We don't have to worry about it anymore. We now have a moving tractor. So, I also set up a little truck station underneath here. We're gonna grab all of our iron stuff. Like, we're gonna grab our heavy modular frames, we're gonna grab our iron plates, we're gonna send them all to here. We're gonna have one truck grabbing everything from this location. So yeah, that's a little nerve-wracking, right? Like, why are we doing that? Well, it doesn't matter if everything's mixed because we're sending it to the storage system anyways. So, let me get a couple items sent here so we can have an example. Alright, I got everything but screws all coming in here. So we got some iron plates, we got some heavy modular frames, got some rods, got some reinforced iron plates, got some rotors, modular frames. Got just about everything except screws. So this is completely full. We're ready to set up a truck route. This will be pretty easy to set up because all we need to do is we're going to have to set up another tractor because the trucks are just too big for this area. I didn't plan for trucks. If you want to plan for trucks, by all means, go for it. I didn't do it because I'm dumb. Yeah, we'll take out some fuel here and then we'll place down another tractor. And so we'll face it. Kind of want to start back here. We'll face it right there. Now we want to open up the crafting bench, stick some fuel in there. Might as well color it while we're waiting. So we could do this blue color here. That'll work. This will be our first test drive. So again, open the record menu using Q, hit start recording, and then get going. Around tight turns, we want to go slowly. And then we're going to hit unload. We have nothing in our truck, so it's not a big deal. And this is also where we get refueled. Now that we're good, we're going to go slowly over here. And then we can speed up a little bit. And we want to take this little bump slowly. Otherwise the truck just spazzes. And yeah, we're basically going to do the same thing we did for the fuel route. And we want to make sure we don't cross paths like that. We don't want them to collide with each other. They're fine to go the same direction, just not colliding. Colliding, they will stop and they won't respond until you fix the path. So here, we're good. And then we are able to cross over like this. And then we come in here. Now we load cargo into truck. So that'll drop it off. We should have a full truck. Now we can get going again. And then we can take a right. Go down the path. And basically avoid our arrows again. And then this time, We're gonna come down this path. We're just gonna continue going straight. And then we'll head into here. And we'll finish up our little route. And that's it. That's it. Pretty easy. So we'll save this. And we'll call this the Iron Truck Route. We'll hit save. We'll hide the path nodes because they're annoying. We'll just double check that we're loading this path. And then enable autopilot. And we let it go. So it will back up because that's technically the start. So just give it a second. Uh-huh. So, yeah, sometimes it bugs out. It's fine. It will correct itself. So you just have to be patient with these sometimes. They can be annoying and finicky. There we go. Our storage system is now actually getting some use. We have stuff coming in here. There we go. We can check our truck station here. It's got a bunch of items in it. Whoops, I didn't mean to drive it. I meant to get on it. Come on, get on it. Get on it. Get on it. No! There we go. Alright, so we just want to make sure that everything works just fine. So we get up that little hump there. That's totally good. And then this should be fine like we've seen before. So as long as you don't cross, like if the truck is coming towards me, as long as they're not trying to get to the same location, they'll be fine. Since I have a 2-lane road here, I keep one truck going one direction and one truck going the other direction. They will never get stuck. Now they might collide here, and that's fine. It'll fix itself. But as long as they can always find a path to go, they will constantly keep going. So here we go. We're collecting our load. We're good to go. So since we paused here, the truck will pause. And then once the pause period is done, it pauses for as long as you pause. But when you're doing the automatic driving, the truck station will start working before. So technically, oh, here we might get our first collision. Boom. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. It's fine. So that truck will figure it out. We'll see if it actually figures it out. Okay, they figured it out. See? They collided, but we're good. So as long as they aren't blocking each other's paths, they're fine. Collisions are completely fine. Yeah. This works. It's not perfect, but it works. There we go. Has it cleared out what was there before? Yeah, I think it had. No, it hadn't, but it's fine. That's completely okay. Or no, it might have cleared it out before. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So now we should be able to go into the heavy modular frame in our automatic storage system, which is right there. And we'll see it is filling up pretty quickly. So there we go. That's basically what we're gonna do with our storage system. Hope you learned something, and I will set up a truck route from the steel factory to come over here. I'll probably set up an alternate truck route for just the screws to come over here. And then I can also have a train station dropping off into here as well. That might be a good idea. So, hope you learned something. Hope you learned how to set up trucks. They're not perfect. You kind of just have to make sure that you don't block any trucks on their route. That's the big key there. Don't block them. And if you do that, the trucks will work. They'll be buggy, but they'll do it. So, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to set up some more trucks, and in the next episode, we're going to start aluminum, I think. Either aluminum or we'll do some crystal oscillators. We'll do one of the two.